The following is a presentation of 912 Sports. Welcome to On Air with 912 Sports, your number one source for high school sports. With Sean Smoke, Kevin Price, and Robbie Ross. On Air with 912 Sports is brought to you by Coastal Pines Technical College. Go Coastal. Prime South Bank. Find your prime. Robbie Robertson Ford, because Fords are cheaper in the swamp. Gibson Animal Clinic, practical solutions with limited fees. Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, the region's best orthopedic care. And Kim Smoke, licensed realtor with Crossway Realty.
High schoolers, did you know that you can get a head start on your college career and save money at the same time through dual enrollment at Coastal Pines Technical College? Dual enrollment is open to high school juniors and seniors, tuition free. Talk to your high school counselor or visit coastalpines.edu for more information. Coastal Pines Technical College, an equal opportunity institution. Go Coastal.
It makes sense Prime South Bank would have a great mobile app. Nobody is as mobile as our customers. For a century, they've chased dreams, followed their hearts, took the road less taken, made a new path, taken leaps of faith. At Prime South, offering the latest digital banking, secure pay apps, and new online lending is part of a mobile tradition that goes way back. Life is mobile. So is Prime South. Find your Prime. Member FDIC.
Welcome, sports fans, and thanks for watching On Air with 912 Sports. I'm Sean Smoke, publisher of 912 Sports, joined as always by head writer and podcast host Kevin Price. Kevin, we just got done with the 2022 912 Sports Media Day presented by Coastal Pines over here in Jessup, and man, what a fantastic event it was, Kevin. Really want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, Coastal Pines Technical College for being our title sponsor, Pro Maxima with David Shields, and then also Dr. Rusty Gibson and Gibson Animal Clinic. Without those three guys, this thing would have never happened, and we appreciate everything they do for us. And this facility, Kevin, what can you say about this facility over here? If you're looking for a place to hold an event, get in touch with Coastal Pines here in Jessup. This is a fantastic venue, and a lot better than last year when it was 175 degrees over at Memorial Stadium. Appreciate what Ware County did for us last year, and it was COVID, so we did want to try to do it outside, but man, it was hot this year. We was in the cool AC all day long. But Kevin, just first impressions of the event.
Well, it was an awesome day, Sean. I mean, first of all, yeah, I guess it starts with this facility here at Coastal Pines. It's in Jessup. It's the first time I've been in here, and it actually is like the central hub of all the Coastal Pines in Southeast Georgia. So it's a great place for us to come and do this media day, I guess, within a decent drive for everybody. Right. But yeah, awesome football talk here today. I think we saw just how important, how big football is here in Southeast Georgia, and great participation from the coaches. I know some of them had good excuses for not being here, and we missed those guys, and we'll catch up with them later on. But a lot of the players were here. We had some media members here, of course, and just fans in general that kind of traveled with their team. So just a great way to really dive into this 2022 high school football season.
Yeah, and I love the format. We changed it up a little bit this year, Kevin. We did an A session and a B session, and what we did is we had the GIAA schools, which we've learned that today, or I did, and all the way up into 3A. They participated in the morning session, which we called the A session, and then our larger schools from 4A and up came in the afternoon session. It kept the room filled at times. We did the joint kind of a 30-minute layover where we introduced our all 912 team, and everybody kind of was in the house. So I thought that went over really well. And at that point in time, Coastal Pines, addressed the crowd, talked a little bit about their dual enrollment program. But I thought the format really was something we've done new this year, really went over well.
So just a great overall flow to the event. And I guess we're going to, including this, we're going to get done here today a little bit quicker than we even thought we would.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we're before noon today, and we're already out of here. But like I said, kind of an overall theme today, I thought that the coaches brought. And one of the great things about this media day, Kevin, is coaches get to preach to their kids day in and day out, but they don't have any kind of backup. And then when they all get together and all these coaches are kind of saying the same thing, I think it kind of turns on the light for the players that are here. You know what? Coach might know what he's talking about. And today it seemed like, have fun, enjoy your time in high school football seemed to be the theme that everybody was preaching.
Yeah, for sure. And I think you're right, Sean. I mean, sometimes these kids hear their coaches say, maybe the same thing over and over, year after year, season after season. But when they come to this event and hear the other coaches for other teams saying basically the same thing, exactly, but maybe with a different analogy or a different story behind it, gives them a different perspective. But they realize, hey, our coach is right. Mm-hmm. And if we will continue to do things the right way, work hard, be disciplined, all that kind of good stuff, we could turn out to be a good individual football player and person, but we could have a pretty good team too. And I thought that was the cool thing about all the coaches here. Yeah, they butt heads, they bang shoulder pads and helmets on Friday night, but at the end of the day, they're one big community, Sean, and they're all rooting on each other, and they're all rooting for Southeast Georgia. And we heard from more than one coach about how big high school football was when they played and other coaches on their staffs played, but also even some of the guys like Richard LeCount and so forth, who's gone on to play at major college level at the University of Georgia, and guys that have gone on to the pros. They remember their days in high school football as much as anything. So the purity of high school football came out, just how big high school football is in Southeast Georgia. And it's more than wins and losses, Sean. Exactly. These kids learn a lot from their coaches. And I think that if they will listen to them and follow their lead, we saw a lot of great men up there who really do, Sean, care more about wins and losses. They care about these kids.
Exactly.
And one of the coaches made the comment that he's been sometimes the first coach to get a call before the parents did when something maybe went wrong in that kid's life. And I think that's very true. I remember a lot of my teachers in school, but I do remember my coaches. And I don't remember every lesson that the teachers gave, and I don't remember every speech that the coaches gave, but I remember a lot of them. And I think that was resonated here today between the coaches and the players. And I saw one coach, actually Jason Strickland, maybe one of the smaller coaches in stature here, but that big booming voice, and he commands a room. And I looked around when he was talking about having fun and what high school football means and all that, not only to his Ware County Gators who were seated behind me, but all the kids in the room. He had their attention, and I noticed that. And they really listened. And I think something he said, or everything he said, is going to resonate and sink in with a lot of these kids.
Exactly. Well, Kevin, it was a great day. Like I said, we're going to put some clips up on our social media about what each coach talked about, so you can check that out. But again, appreciate everybody that came today, being a part of it. But the 2022 Media Day is in the books, and we'll be getting ready to play football right around the corner. I think we're, 10 days away, maybe 2 weeks away from actual scrimmage games starting here in Southeast Georgia. So get out and check out a high school football game near you here in the 912. We'll be right back here on air with 912 Sports after these messages.
Gibson Animal Clinic is ready to help with your animals. From cats to dogs to horses, we treat them all. Call on us for grooming, bathing, boarding, and more serious things like surgery, dentistry, spay, neuter, immunizations, heartworm prevention, flea control, complete lab testing, radiology, preventive health care. Call us at 285-7678. Open Saturdays for your convenience. Gibson Animal Clinic. Practical solutions with reasonable fees. Russell J. Gibson, DVM.
Gibson Animal Clinic, 108 Riverside Drive, Waycross.
Hablamos español en nuestra clínica.
High schoolers, did you know that you can get a head start on your college career and save money at the same time through dual enrollment at Coastal Pines Technical College? Dual enrollment is open to high school juniors and seniors, tuition free. Talk to your high school counselor or visit coastalpines.edu for more information. Coastal Pines Technical College, an equal opportunity institution. Go Coastal!
Now it's time to announce our All-912 preseason team. First with the offense, we'll start offensive line, Cameron Gonzalez. I apologize if I did not pronounce that name correctly for Ware County. Offensive line for McIntosh County Academy, Danny Thomas. Offensive line for Pierce County, Henry Piegler. For Ware County, offensive line, Charbon Pierre. And offensive line for Brunswick, Jamal Merriweather. Tight end, Effingham County, Kevion Wallace. Wide receivers, Brunswick High, Terry Mitchell. And Ware County, Jarvis Hayes. Running backs, Jalen Lilling from Charlton County and Jordan Triplett from Frederica Academy. And the quarterback for the preseason All-912 sports team is DJ Bell from Pierce County. The place kicker, also from Pierce County, Johan Allen. Let's give a big round of applause for our offensive team for our 912 sports preseason. Now for the defensive team. Defensive line, Kayshawn Thomas from Brunswick High. Demetrius Baldwin from Ware County. Nigel Cooper from Camden County. And Malik Tillman from Wayne County. Linebackers, Trey Hargrove from Ware County. Ian Peterson from Camden County. Devin Smith from Brunswick High. And Lake Linton from McIntosh County Academy. Defensive backs, Jake Lindsay, Camden County. Anthony Paulk from Coffee County. And Kellen Middleton from Brantley County. The punter on the All-912 team is Glen Academy's Cody Arnold. Big round of applause for the defensive All-912 team.
Coastal Pines is about, first and foremost, workforce development. And what we do is we educate, we train students for the workforce. We do it through dual enrollment in the high school, as well as our traditional classes for adult learners and those who are out of high school. So workforce development is our primary mission.
Thank you and good morning. Let me say welcome to Coastal Pines Technical College, our campus here in Jessup. It's an honor for us to be able to sponsor this and host this event here on the campus. And we're just glad that you can be here with us this morning. And let me say how excited I am, as I know you are. The football season is approaching, one of my favorite times of the year, and I look forward to seeing many of you on the fields during Friday nights this coming season. I do want to piggyback on the commercial, if you'll allow me to call it that you just saw, and encourage you. If you're not taking advantage of dual enrollment in your school, in your high school, let me encourage you to look at that. Dual enrollment gives you an opportunity to take college-level courses while still in high school. You receive credit on the high school level and on the college level that will go with you as you leave high school into attending college full-time. So if you're not taking advantage of dual enrollment, let me encourage you to at least look at that, give it a consideration, talk to your high school counselor, talk to our staff. We have staff here. We'll be glad to talk to you about that. We have some information about dual enrollment table over here. Again, we welcome you here. We're glad you're here. And I do want to say, for all the players and coaches that are here today, we have a t-shirt for you to pick up in this corner before you leave. And it's just a t-shirt that just shows the media days and shows that you will, be proof basically that you participated in the 2022 912 Sports Coastal Pines Technical College Media Day.
I've been around athletics my whole life. I also grew up as a son of a coach, so it's really all I know how to do. The last 36 years for me have been awesome. 14 of those I spent as athletic director at Ware County High School. I was part of the group that hired Jason Strickland. It's just been a phenomenal ride for me, and this is something that I'm doing with Pro Maxima that gives me an opportunity to still stay connected with what I love, but it's something totally different, and I'm embracing the challenges. I'm excited. So far it's been really, really good, and I'm excited to be here. Those kids at Ware County right now, they don't look the same physically, and it's because of the weight room.
All right, Coach. Well, we certainly appreciate you being here today and your sponsorship.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Coach.
912 Sports would like to thank Dr. Rusty Gibson and Gibson Animal Clinic for their support of the 2022 912 Sports Media Day.
Play it loud and rev it up. Robbie Robertson's got trucks built for tough.
Make your way to Robbie Robertson Ford in Waycross, where the deals are bigger than ever. Looking for a stylish midsize car, a spacious SUV, or a truck that performs at work and play? Robbie Robertson wants your vehicle and is paying top dollar. Now is the time to buy. Fords are cheaper in the swamp.
At Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, you don't have to be an athlete to get the region's best orthopedic care. Our board-certified orthopedic surgeons and physicians treat injuries and conditions that affect just about any joint or bone in your body. Plus, we're backed by the support of Southeast Georgia Health System. From fracture repair to joint replacement, Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery will get you moving again. Call 1-855-ASK-SGHS. That's 1-855-275-7447 or visit sghs.org/summit.
Our 2022 football team, one of the things we're focused on us, the biggest thing. And I've always said we're going to focus on the Red Terrors. We're going to worry about us. We're going to go out and try to play harder than the other football team. But I think one of the things that we've got to really focus on is relationships. We've kind of come to this situation in our society where relationships with young people are disposable. A lot of young people have a closer relationship with their cell phones nowadays than they do with the people who are invested in their lives. You see it every day. And so the one thing we want to make sure that we're doing is we're servicing our kids, but we're developing relationships as coaches and men with these young men, because we're raising the next group of guys who are going to lead this country.
I know South Georgia football and what it meant as a player. I played at Richmond Hill. Guys, there's nothing better than playing on Friday night in South Georgia, I promise you. Where else can you play in late October where you go in at halftime, you come out and the degrees drop 15 degrees? Guys, that's South Georgia football. Come out, smelling the grill, hearing the band, getting ready to play that second half. I promise you no better. We've been fortunate enough to have guys come through, play big time college football, play in the NFL, and they always say the best memories they had was on that football field on Friday nights. Okay, and that's playing in major stadiums, winning national championships, playing in the NFL. So as other coaches said, enjoy it. It goes so quick.
A lot of football is about running and hitting. I don't care if you're in Alabama or Georgia, you got to have guys that run and hit, and that's what's going to separate the good teams from the average teams. Is how much do we like running through somebody's face? Because if you don't do that, you're probably not going to win a whole lot if you play in a decent league. And I think this year, the region that we have is going to be a tough region.
Really appreciate it. Thank you for this time. I wish you guys all the best and stay healthy, and just remember this. We talk about it. I'm not going to sit here and preach to you, but we talk about this within our program. Take care of your last name. You only get one. Take care of your last name and everything that you do, and at the end of the day, you're probably going to be where you want to be.
But I do want you to listen to this. Don't play high school athletics for scholarship. Okay? Now, we are losing the reason why to play. Now, I'm not telling you don't have an ambition if you want to play college athletics. Now, if you want to play college athletics, then do all the things that you need to do to play college athletics. But don't let that be the reason you play high school. Now, the reason you play high school is because you will never have that moment back ever in your life. You're playing it with guys that you grew up with, that you started playing when you were 6 and 7. That's the joy of it. And you will never get it will never be that pure again ever in your life. Somebody said it the first session, I'll repeat it. About half our staff play big-time college football. Every one of them will tell you the best time that they ever had playing football was in high school.
It makes sense Prime South Bank would have a great mobile app. Nobody is as mobile as our customers. For a century, they've chased dreams, followed their hearts, took the road less taken, made a new path, taken leaps of faith. At Prime South, offering the latest digital banking, secure pay apps, and new online lending is part of a mobile tradition that goes way back. Life is mobile. So is Prime South. Find your Prime. Member FDIC.
Play it loud and rev it up. Robbie Robinson's got trucks built for tough.
Make your way to Robbie Robertson Ford in Waycross, where the deals are bigger than ever. Looking for a stylish midsize car, a spacious SUV, or a truck that performs at work and play? Robbie Robertson wants your vehicle and is paying top dollar. Now is the time to buy. Fords are cheaper in the swamp.
Welcome to On Air with 912 Sports. I'm Sean Smoke, publisher of 912 Sports, joined now by the head coach of the South Effingham Mustangs, Coach Nate Clark. How you doing today, Coach?
I'm doing fantastic. How about yourself?
Doing great, Coach. I got a chance to catch up with you over here at a Camden padded camp. You guys are over here getting better, but let's go back to the to last season, Coach. What all have the Mustangs done since last season to get to this point?
Well, obviously we've been in the weight room every day working really hard. Kids have been doing everything that we've asked them to do. We've really bought in this year. We called it our character games. We divided our team up into 8 different teams of about 15 different players. It's somewhere in that range there. And what we ended up doing was with the, we measured them all different sort of aspects within the program, whether the character, attendance, weights, everything that we had going on. We've measured them through that way. So that was a big aspect or what we've worked on all off season, trying to make sure that our kids had really, really good character. And the winning team, we've taken them out to Buffalo Wild Wings to eat. We're actually doing that Thursday when we get back. So.
All right, so somebody will get a good meal out of the deal.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a good time, and the coaches have been in charge of a team, and everything to do from running to lifting to everything that we've done has been involved with these character games.
Right. Well, Coach, let's talk a little bit about some guys that are coming back on the offensive side of the ball that you're going to be relying on in this 2022 season.
Well, offensive line, we returned really 4 guys that started last year on the offensive line, so we got a lot of experience there. We returned both quarterbacks. We still have a quarterback battle going on between Caden DeJaneiro and Aubrey Heath. Both of them started at some point in time last year. Jamari Fields, Justin Martell, they played a key part of our offense, and again this year they're going to be out there playing for us offensively.
Right. And let's go over to the defensive side of the ball. Who you got coming back that you're going to rely on over there?
Well, we returned just about everybody.
Well, that's a good thing.
We returned 9 guys up front. We really have about a 6-man rotation that we're using, and they all could be 1A, 1B starters. So we have a little bit of depth there. Linebacker, Rakeem William Christmas, hoping that they've worked extremely hard this offseason, knowing that they're going to have a really good season. Jeremiah Washington, he's done a terrific job for us, outside backer. And then the secondary, Justin Martell, Jaden Sanders, they're working really, really hard amongst a couple others, getting ready for the year.
Right. Well, Coach, inevitably everybody always have coaching changes. Have you brought anybody in? Have you had to replace anybody on your coaching staff, or are you pretty much intact from last year?
Well, most of the coaches stayed. We lost Coach Chumley. He was our assistant head coach.
Right.
He moved on, and we replaced him. We were able to replace him. Several other coaches came on. Coach Pat Collins, he's come on board. He's helping us out on the offensive side of the ball. Coach Justin Long, he's helping us out defensively. Coach McTavius Gibson, he's joined in the opposite side of the ball, and then Coach Napier Jason Napier, he's going to be on the defensive side of the ball.
Right. Well, Coach, your region changed up a little bit, but it's kind of staying intact from last year. But talk a little bit about that region and what changes you see for coming up for the 22 season.
Well, it's going to be an extremely tough region. We're going to have to, of course, you got Brunswick and Glenn and Effingham, and then we're going to play the teams now out of the Augusta area. So we have Evans, Lakeside Evans, and then Grovetown.
Yeah, so it's going to be a couple new teams in there with some old teams, so kind of a mixture there. But, Coach, you guys keep getting better over the summer. We'll catch up with you during the season. Appreciate your time on Air with 912 Sports.
Thank you. We really appreciate it.
At Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, you don't have to be an athlete to get the region's best orthopedic care. Our board-certified orthopedic surgeons and physicians treat injuries and conditions that affect just about any joint or bone in your body. Plus, we're backed by the support of Southeast Georgia Health System. From fracture repair to joint replacement, Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery will get you moving again. Call 1-855-ASK-SGHS. That's 1-855-275-7447 or visit sghs.org/summit.
Gibson Animal Clinic is ready to help with your animals. From cats to dogs to horses, we treat them all. Calling us for grooming, bathing, boarding, and more serious things like surgery, dentistry, spay, neuter, immunizations, heartworm prevention, flea control, complete lab testing, radiology, preventive health care. Call us at 285-7678. Open Saturdays for your convenience. Gibson Animal Clinic. Practical solutions with reasonable fees. Russell J. Gibson, DVM.
Gibson Animal Clinic, 108 Riverside Drive, Waycross.
Hablamos español en nuestra clínica.
This has been a presentation of 912 Sports.